Requiem.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video. Now today I was making another video, and during like one of my lines of dialogue I started to realize, okay, I may have a pretty good point about this. It's time to actually get some Boruto games. Yes, like, okay, if you think about it, there's really been no Boruto games. We have Shinobi Strikers. Yes, that's like the last game that came out, and then we have like Storm 4, which came out before this. Storm 4 was a Naruto game. It had like a DLC where they kind of included some of Boruto's characters, whatever, but Boruto as an anime was still fresh, so we really couldn't get much of that. But then we had Shinobi Strikers, and Shinobi Strikers was cool. Shinobi Strikers was interesting when it first started. I mean, if you see my other videos, kind of dead to me right now. But let's be real, that's also kind of a Naruto game. Most of the characters are just older Naruto characters, and I guess that you can consider them in Boruto. But a lot of the characters coming out are Naruto-specific characters. Like, look at the DLC. Look at like the last couple of DLC. You had what? Last Sasuke, last Naruto, reanimated Nagato, reanimated Itachi, Killer Bee, Madara, first Hokage. A lot of these characters really aren't Boruto characters. I mean, we have like Boruto Karma and, you know, the Kawaki's about to come out. But let's be honest, it's not really a Boruto game. It's time to actually make a Boruto game. Like a specific Boruto game. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Storm or anything like that. And honestly, it could be. If people get mad, if people get mad at the fact that Boruto might get a game with the Cyber Connect 2 project, honestly, that's a lot of my videos have been around that, because it's when they announce a game, it's interesting. You have to listen, because they make pretty good games. And the sea of anime games that are very trash in this like current climate of gaming, it's bad. I mean, there's a lot of bad anime games out there. It's just pumping them out. So when we have one that's made by a trusted developer, I mean, you're gonna listen. So the reason I say it needs to be a new Boruto game, it doesn't need to be Naruto to Boruto. It doesn't need to be Storm 4, Road to Boruto. It needs to be Boruto. It needs to start with it. It needs not to be a specifically leveled Naruto game, because if you want this to be a different anime, then it needs to be Boruto. And the reason why I say it's time for a game is because I do feel like we have enough content right now for a game. Now, every arc might not hit. I'm gonna be honest with you. In the beginning, I was a Boruto hater. I won't say a hater. The first couple episodes, I really didn't like Boruto as a character. I really felt like the team was too strong and a little bit too boring. I mean, I'm not saying these names wrong, but Mitsuki having Sage Mode. My favorite character is the one character name I can't pronounce great, which is Sakura's daughter. Don't even want to attempt it. But she's literally my favorite character in the entire show, which is awesome because you made me care for anybody that was related to Sakura. Yeah, she's like my favorite character out of the whole show, but it's a lot of other like getting in the village that we really don't get a spotlight on. Some of the further episodes and filler and stuff do spotlight some of those characters, like Kakashi's kid, who's not really his kid, just looks like Kakashi for some reason. Might be his hero. I mean, would it be understandable? But I'm a person that likes to like hold back episodes. So even though I read the manga part and I know what happens with the Jigen fight, I haven't watched that part. I know right now they're currently going through the Chunin exams again, and that's what I want to see, because Chunin exams was such an impressive moment for the original Naruto. It really shaped the way the original Naruto was looked at. Like Zabuza was he was a ninja guy that was popped up, and he was very, very strong. And it just so happened to be like, oh, Zabuza's here. He's way too strong for this mission. It set the whole tone for Naruto. But the Chunin exams for Naruto really showed what other village. It was really kind of crazy world building without really showing any of the world, because we got saw more of the Leaf Village. I don't want to talk about Naruto, but you guys get what I mean. Let's be honest. It was cool. The Chunin exams was cool. It had some great fights. I'm hoping that, because I want to wait until the Chunin exams is fully done. Hopefully we won't see like no interruption this time. Naruto did have like a second Chunin exams, but we're gonna talk about it. But I heard it like they had some really, really good fights in there, and I'm really interested to see from what everybody has grown. I'm really interested to see how everybody like combats each other and stuff, how the Chunin exams is gonna go. I'm really interested in that. So I might actually just catch up tonight, actually, because making this video makes me want to watch Boruto. Like I said, I started watching Boruto. I loved it towards the saga when they went back into the past or whatever. I'm not trying to spoil it too much, but everybody hated that arc, or they just felt like it was unnecessary. Yes, it was unnecessary, but I loved it. It got like some really cool moments where Boruto and Jiraiya and stuff. It was a really cool arc. So I definitely think we have enough content to make a couple of Boruto. Not only a couple, probably about maybe 2. Maybe if we get a little bit more, we'll get 2. Because a lot of that stuff was filler, and some of the stuff that wasn't filler, it felt like filler. So like a lot of people are not gonna want to play through that. Like I said, with Boruto having the karma mark and stuff and facing the Kara, like there's a lot of potential matchups that you can actually use for a game now, and that's gonna be the interesting part. Like I said before, I'm very interested to see where it goes from here. With that being said, guys, let me know. Do you guys think it's time for a Boruto game? I think honestly they have way more than enough content, at least to make one game. Cause you know it takes time developing the game, so at least to make one game, and then we can wait for the rest of the stuff. But I think it's about time for a Boruto game. That might be what the Cyber Connect 2 announcement is about. I'll be honest, as long as it's from an anime I've actually seen, I don't care really much of what the Cyber Connect 2 announcement is. Well, I guess we'll see in February. With that being said, guys, let me know if you guys want a Boruto game, and if you do get a Boruto game, in what fashion do you want it? For me personally, I think every anime should get a Kakarot style game. Every single anime, especially Black Clover. That's a whole nother day. With that being said, guys, like I said before, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.